let's kick ass. That's good.
Alright, today we are going to be doing the infinity coil, whatever you want to call it. Basically what it is two macro coils side by side, all one wire. We're going to be using 28 gauge Canthal, triple twisted, coming in at about 0.25, 0.28. So pretty low resistance, nothing crazy, but the surface area of the actual coil makes it work pretty well. So we're going to be doing it on the Toba, which is a pretty decent little RDA. So without further ado, yeah, let's get started. Alright, what this is just twisting the wire just in case, you know, any newbies out there are curious as to what triple twisted means. It is 3 28 gauge strands of Canthal, you know, put in the drill chuck, and you grab some needle nose pliers and you just spin. A lot of people do this until it breaks, but you know, I could tell when it's about to break, so I can tell when to stop and when it needs to continue. So make sure to pull all the slack out. As you can see there, I didn't really do that, but that's okay. Sometimes it will kink on you though, so, but other than that, it's just about twisting it and basically making the gauge of the wire a little thicker, and yeah. So I clip the ends and just clean it up a little bit. And because this is going to be dual, I made enough to cut it in half, and you need about 4 to 5 inches. For this build it was a little short, but it's okay, because it worked. We're wrapping this on a 2.4 millimeter screwdriver, and we do 3 wraps. Sorry if there's a little off camera. 3 wraps, and then a space, and then another 3 wraps, similar to the tricro or the diamond coil with the gap. Okay, make sure both leads are facing the same way. Straighten them out a little bit. Alright, and we're going to back this coil off the screwdriver just to where we put that gap in it, and find something similar in diameter, and what we're doing is we're folding it over on itself, trying to get it as straight as possible. And again, I'm sorry this is off camera. And just mold it until it looks a little better. And this is what it should look like when you're done. Now we're we're doing 2, so I will fast forward on the second build, and I'm back. So now this is just putting it in the RDA. Nothing to see here really. Now both leads are coming from the same side, so just make sure the side that the leads are coming from are facing the negative posts, so it is on the center. You don't want it sticking off the edge, so let's test fire. And just more molding. What you want is all coils to be burning from the inside out, and get all the hot spots out and make sure everything is uniform. You could take the screwdriver that you use to wrap on. What I do is, after all the screws are tightened, I'll put it back in and pull away, and it'll tighten everything up, make it look better. So alright, I did this because it was really hot. The lower gauge and twisted wires do make the atomizer pretty darn hot, so be careful when trying to unscrew it. And I have a crappy ohmmeter, cheap Chinese shit. Alright, now it's time to wick it. Pretty simple wick. You want to put each end, let's see, in the actual coil through it. Pull it through, and it's going to loop on the top. You want that. That's the best way I found. And you could drip right on it, and it works. So. You see, as I'm talking about the little loop, and that is just fine. I don't cut my wicks a lot. I like a pretty decent cotton cloud for this build. Don't stuff too much in there. You know, you don't want it crazy stuff in. Just if it's just a nice cotton cloud will do just fine, and it'll vape on forever. So. It's wick just the same, so alright, I got a fresh battery and it's all juiced up. Let's see how it Alright, not bad. Alright, let's see how she vapes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Juice on there. The infinity coil. I'm using the Toba. The cool thing about this is, you know, instead of trying to drip into that little drip tip well, I can just pop it off right there, and it's easier to drip right on the coil, so it works. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll be doing a review on that soon. I'd like to use it a little more, get more acquainted with her, if you know what I mean. So. But yeah, that's the infinity coil and how to wick her. So, at 0.25 ohms. She's kicking pretty hard, so it works. Yeah, throat hit's pretty good. I don't know, I made this juice myself, so it's high in VG. It's got a little PG for the flavoring. As far as nicotine, it's probably around 5 or 6, so yeah, I think that one is. So, and it's still kicking pretty good, so yeah. Let's see, one more hit. Ow. That sucked. Jesus. That was fun. Yeah, so I guess this coil's pretty nice. So these are the Sony VTC5, so it's safe. I'm not gonna blow my face off, which is always good. It's always good. And on top of the Panzer clone, this is TOBH clone too. So both clones, both pretty freaking good too.